How's it going, my blue owls? How are you all doing? Today we have an epic super tutorial where you'll learn how to install ViveSync and other LLM models directly on your computer without relying on the cloud and without any complications.
If you've ever dreamed of having an artificial intelligence model on your PC, like ChatGPT, then get ready to make that dream come true. This is the video you've been waiting for.
This is the video you've been waiting for. Let's get started. We have a distribution, as you can see, official, completely clean from Microsoft itself. Whenever we're going to set up that kind of topology, and well, if you want your own artificial intelligence, it's better to have it on an unmodified machine, and above all, not to have modified ISOs or a shady version of Windows. Everything's just messed up. Okay? Look, I'm going to use this methodology on one of the latest builds of Windows 11, the 24.02. You're seeing it here. I always show it to you in every tutorial, okay? So that we don't run into any problems. It's an official distribution straight from the Microsoft server side. Once we have that in mind and present, now let's go to our browser, okay? And we're going to need the first requirement. We need what's called LM Studio. Exactly. You hit enter here. And the first option will appear. We click directly here. And that's it. I'm going to maximize this. And there we have it. Yes, that's right. This version, this LM Studio is for all three platforms. For that pesky Mac OS, what Microsoft is, and we also have what's available for Linux Study. Yes, for the Penguin ecosystem, guys. But okay, let's focus right now on the Windows version. Let's click there.
Thank you.
Once it finishes downloading, let's go to the folder where the application is downloaded. You click here. And there we have it. I'm going to close our browser. We won't need it anymore. And we're going to right click and run it as an administrator. Okay, it's done. Let's click there. This pop-up window is going to appear, you know, the UAC control. We click on yes. And it's going to give you two options. That you only want to install it directly for the user you're currently using, or for all the people who are using the computer. I'll leave it up to you. Since I'm the only person using this computer right now, I'm going to leave the default option. I'm going to click next here. We click on install and wait for it to load completely. Once the application has finished running, it's installed. We click once to select or make sure this checkbox is checked, and then we click finish. Perfect. In case for some reason this application doesn't start, well, you already have a direct icon on the desktop. If you get a black screen for a few minutes, don't worry. But if it's been 10 or 15 minutes and it's still black, then something went wrong. Close the application and open it again with administrator privileges. Right-click on the desktop icon and run it as an admin, okay? Wait. Well, if not, just wait a few minutes and it should show this screen. All right. Let's go ahead and click the green button. Okay. Let's click here. And here at first glance, we have the option to select the first model of this artificial intelligence. That's what's causing the buzz, guys. This is the part of DeepSeek Seek. If you didn't know, it's a version. Well, okay, let Sol tell you. It's a super bro, and it's going to make things a lot easier for you.
DeepSeek Seek. It's an open source artificial intelligence designed to offer advanced natural language processing capabilities. Similar to ChatGPT, being open source and free, it allows developers to customize and adapt the model for different applications without commercial restrictions. Its goal is to provide an accessible and flexible platform for the community. DeepSeek is an open source and free artificial intelligence, which means that anyone can use it and adapt it to their needs. Unlike other closed platforms, DeepSeek gives you the freedom to experiment and customize, giving you total control over how you use the technology. It's like having a powerful and flexible tool to explore the world of AI without barriers. And the best part is that it's within everyone's reach.
Is that clear? So, this is one of many models that this artificial intelligence already has. And the best part is it's free, it's open source. Well, this is because I want to have it locally, and well, many of us don't have good connectivity across Latin America, so we would like to use this guide offline on a computer. And it's possible to do it that way, okay? Here, if we want, we can create this model that weighs 4.68 gigabytes. But what would happen in this case? I click here on what is skip, and then we would see how to download this AI model again. I'm going to click here on skip. It's going to show us this screen here. Okay, well, what's going on? So that we don't, well, strain our eyes, let's put this in dark mode. Okay, a few minutes. Glory, guys. Okay. How are we going to search for different artificial intelligence models? Because yes, LM Studio is not just focused on this guide that we're going to try right now. We can put different models. I enlarged them here on the magnifying glass icon. And here, in this section, you're going to put the models that we have. Okay. For example, right now, at first glance, we have what's called DeepSeek R1, right? Distillation, with what's called Q7B. We also have what's called the R1 from Yama 88, which, well, is also useful for a lot of things. But, okay, let's put different ones. Let's put the darn lib here. More models are going to come regarding this. Okay, from this nomenclature or this type of topology, for example, we have the DeepSeek Code V Live. This model is useful for coding. Or do you like math? Would you like to learn things, even do algorithm stuff at the mathematical level, among other things? Well, there's the DeepSeek 7B. So, depending on the model you choose, it will obviously give you a deeper, more analytical reasoning for your purposes. Okay? In my case, I'm going to select this one. And also something very important, each model weighs differently. For example, this one from Yama 88 weighs 4.92. The coding part weighs a little more. It weighs 7.55 gigabytes. And the part for doing math weighs 4.3. Yes, to develop what's called code, it weighs a lot more. Well then, depending on what you want, you just select it. And you're going to click directly on download. A little window will pop up, or a sub-window that tells you how long it will take to finish downloading. This will depend a lot on your internet connection. Also, one very important thing, Victor, well, every time I use the model, if I discard it and want to use it again, will I always have to download it? No, you only download it once. And it stays directly on your computer, just once. Okay. Well, here at first glance, we also have another button called Model Car. We click here. Later on, you can either copy the URL or have it open in your browser. I'm going to click on the second option. Here, I'm going to do it just once. And what do we have here? Something very important. First, it's explaining what this model is for. It gives you a whole explanation that, well, please, tell us what this model is for, please.
Imagine having an artificial intelligence model like ChatGPT running on your PC. This model called DeepSeek R1. DeepSeek Instruct 7B. GGUF is an optimized version of a larger model, designed to provide you with amazing text generation capabilities, question and answer features, and logical reasoning. But that's not all. This model is optimized to run efficiently on local devices with tools like LM, Studio, or Llama.cpp, thanks to its lighter size of 7.b parameters. This means you don't need a supercomputer to enjoy its power. Are you wondering what you could use it for? Here are some ideas. 1. Make it your personal assistant. It answers questions and keeps interesting conversations going. 2. Generate text for your projects. Codes, do-not-end articles, stories, whatever you can imagine. 3. Do you need to translate or summarize something? Depending on its training, it can help you with that too. 4. It can even do reasoning and basic calculations. Ready to give it a try? Use tools like LM, Studio, or Obia Bugat Text Generation Web UI, and bring this amazing model to your PC. Don't miss it.
Oh, wow. It couldn't be easier. Okay. Well, here we can see that it has finished downloading, but before that, and with the explanation Sol gave, let me also tell you what else we have in this tab, okay? Besides, we've already been told what this model is for. Here, there's a community tab where you'll receive a ton of feedback, including reporting any issues you have with this model. And also, obviously, all the feedback you can give to improve this training model. Also, another thing, if we click here directly on this option, we're going to be able to display all the options we have within the forum. And also, pay attention, very important, if we click here on LM Studio Community, you'll also have even more feedback and more things to help you. Well, you'll become a total pro in training models with this tool. It's really good. I'll leave it there for you. All right, we're going to close. What's going on? We've already downloaded it. We can close this pop-up window now. Okay, here it tells you that the download is complete. Yes, I'm recording. Yeah, right. Okay, it just wasn't showing the play button here, guys. I just realized my toolbar got hidden. Let's close this here. And very good. Now, we have it. We're going to want to click on Use in a new chat. Let's click here. And there it is. If you're already familiar with what artificial intelligence is, like ChatGPT, like Gemini, like Copilot, you'll notice it's exactly the same essence. Nothing changes at all. And this is where I want you to start getting a bit of the perspective of what we're going to begin to see with Omicron. I know that for many, there's a certain hesitation. There's a certain approach with, well, how to put it? There's some resistance regarding the use of artificial intelligence, especially for the field of maybe basic clients or intermediate clients or basic intermediate users. For example, AI, I know that sometimes we've only been taught about it for, well, what's really trendy, like image generation, the part about generating content for controversial topics, telling a story. But really, if you take it to the field, technical, because I see that there are very few channels doing it this way with a focus on the part, even where all of us are, which is IT. Everything that is also the part about software, IT management, telecommunications, networking, cybersecurity. It's already time for you to hop on the train. Here in Augie, we've given you a glimpse of what we've achieved. While many say, hey, Victor, what you're doing is super easy. You just make your AI talk and that's it. No. Look, I invite you to do it. I invite you to see how they've been doing it. Well, check it out. Sul has been making 3 videos right now that we already have on the channel, plus the ones that are coming up in such a precise and concrete way about how they handle things. And right now, well, we're going to jump into the open source part, right? Why? Because open source, if you're just starting out, and well, for those of us who have some projects that we don't want to expose in the cloud, right? We want to have them under our control, and what better way than to install it on our computer? All right, let me explain. Up here, you'll be able to select from different models. Okay, here, you will always have the model that you downloaded on your computer. Right off the bat, I can disconnect from the internet, and I could even interact with what this option is. For example, here I'm going to write something very random. Let's put it, hello. Okay. Let's see. Hi, how are you? Perfect. I'm going to ask if I want to learn how to program in HTML. Okay, so let's put it, I'm telling you, more than anything, as an example, I want to learn how to program in HTML. And let's see what it responds. Okay, we hit enter. And well, there we have it, guys, a whole explanation from this AI. And it's amazing. Note that since we are working directly on your computer, the resources, the ecosystem, will come from our computer. The more resources we can assign to this AI, the faster its analysis will be, and also the higher its learning will be. I can click here on what is the gear, and this is where I say, you can measure the part of its analysis, and also you can even dedicate a bit of your GPU so it can make more precise and accurate calculations, as well as everything that involves your CPU. This is set by default, but obviously the more resources it has, the faster its work will be. There you can experiment and see what best fits your needs. Now, what happens? When I no longer want this model, before removing this model, here we can rename this chat to know what it was about. There, I right-click and we select rename. And here I'm going to put learning HTML. For example, we click here to know what the chat is regarding that. Now I click here on eject or expel and it will remove that model. Okay, hey Victor, but then I'm going to have to download it again to use it later. No, it's already here. Just by opening the little window and clicking in this section, it will automatically reload it. Okay, it's that simple. Hey, can I have different models here offline on my computer? Yes, you can do that. Click on the magnifying glass and something that isn't deep. Let's put something, for example, I don't know what you like. As for the goal, for the part about the goal, okay, what the goal model is. Let's put here what is Llama. 3B? Just like that. The 3B weighs 2.2, yes, I think so. And we click on download. And there your second model will be created so you can also analyze some things. I'm going to wait and see what happens. Perfect. It's done. And we click on load mode to load our model. It's done. It's that simple. A blue progress bar is going to load here. And once it finishes loading, we'll be able to ask questions. There it is. That's it. Okay. I'm going to close this here as we also got a notification that the download of this model has completely finished. And then we're going to ask something else, whatever you want. Let's put, for example, hello, who are you? Let's put here, hello, who are you? And let's see what it responds. It was much faster. And we even have the part that by default, it's the same as what we had with DeepSeek, but we can see that DeepSeek does have a bit more cache, which is what I'm telling you. It will depend a lot on what hardware you have. But here, for example, Llama is another model. It's already introducing itself, and it tells you what it's for. Crazy, right? Now, pay close attention to what type of model it is. For example, here, if I'm going to learn HTML and I keep asking it more questions to explain things to me, it's currently using Hermes. So to continue correctly with what we had, you would need to switch to what is GiveASig. Okay, so that we continue with GiveSig. Also here in the other chat, we opened a new one and we asked it would be to switch it. Okay, just so you know, how have we worked on it? If you've ever touched, I mean, more than anything, ChatGPT or what Gemini is, it's exactly the same principle. Okay. And now we have Grok, guys. Right now, the super king and the master of what is Mr. Alien. Yes, our good friend Musk, who also brought his artificial intelligence, and now you can enjoy it under what is Twitter Plus in a super training, well, more professional, right? But anyway, that's a different story. Without further ado, I wanted to present this to you guys so that you can dive in, guys. It's 2025. If you don't get on board with artificial intelligence these days, you're going to be left really far behind. So guys, Leia is here to stay and it's not going to say goodbye anytime soon. So I invite you to join this revolution and, well, get on board as soon as possible because the train is already leaving, guys. Yes, those who are going to stay have already stayed, and that's that. Okay? Well, Sol, what else do you have to tell us?
You've just taken a giant step into the world of artificial intelligence. Now you have the power to run LLM models directly on your computer without relying on servers or paying expensive subscriptions. You have complete control, and this is just the beginning. Can you imagine what you could achieve with more models, adjustments, and optimization? So now tell me, which LLM model would you try first? Let me know in the comments and let's make this community grow more than ever.
Artificial intelligence is evolving at an impressive pace, my dear friends. And here at Ukron, we're making sure you don't get left behind. If you want more content about AI, technology, and Windows customization, this space is your channel.
And that's all. Now you know how to install and run LLM models on your computer without relying on external servers.
Subscribe, you know the drill, activate the bell, and get ready for the upcoming tutorials. Because whatever's coming is going to blow your mind. We'll see each other very soon. Until next time.
Get ready for what's coming, because together we're going to reach new heights in the world of artificial intelligence. See you in the next video.